welcome to the Marvel Studios Avengers Infinity War press conference. Now, please welcome your host, the Grandmaster himself, Jeff Goldblum.
Hello, everybody. I guess that's my entrance music. Look at this. Look. Thank you for coming, everybody. Thank you very, very much. So nice to see you. So nice to see you. So this is a big movie. Do you know how many superstars are in this movie? Well, no. It's exactly, I think I figured it out, the sum of the addition of many movie titles, 7, add up 7, the movie with, of course, Brad Pitt, and Hateful Eight, Quentin Tarantino, 9, of course, the musical with Daniel Day-Lewis, 10, Long Before You Were Born, Bo Derek, Ocean's 11, the original with Frank Sinatra, 12 Angry Men, who was in that? Henry Fonda, exactly right. Directed by Sid Lumet, exactly right. Friday the 13th, plus 101 Dalmatians, plus 300 is that Gladiator movie, plus 1 million BC with Raquel Welch, and you have exactly, I do believe, the number of superstars, or I may be incorrect off by a couple. In any case, a big movie like this calls for a grand affair like this for a press conference, and that's why I guess I'm here in my Grandmaster of Ceremonies colors and costume, because I'm going to facilitate this hour-long conference in which I hope you'll all leave deeply satiated. Because they're all here, believe it or not, and so without further ado, what the heck is behind our curtain, John? Look at that. Look at all of them. Hi, Tom. Hi, Anthony Mackie. Hi, you guys. Oh, Tom Hiddleston. Oh, hello. Hey, so just to make sure everybody's here. Hello, Josh Brolin. Nice to see you with Jim. Oh, I guess there's music that goes with this, too. Hi, Peter Parker. Hi. Hi, Natasha. So let's introduce everybody, of course. Denai Guerrera. Denai Guerrera. So nice to see you. Of course, Tom Holland. Tom Holland. Of course, Anthony Russo. Josh Brolin. For heaven's sake. Josh. Playing tennis. Joe Russo. Who's over? Joe or Anthony? Really? Chadwick Boseman. And Paul Bettany. Paul, so nice to see you with your desert food. My God. Benedict Cumberbatch. Chris Pratt. Chris. Scarlett Johansson. Kevin Feige. Come on, Kevin Feige. Robert Downey Jr. Zoe Saldana. Chris Hemsworth. My God, it's not a man, it's a God. It's God. And Letitia Wright. God. Winston Duke. Hi, Dave Bautista. Dave Bautista. Elizabeth Olsen. Mark Ruffalo. And Tom Hiddleston. Sebastian Stan. Look at that. Anthony Mackie. So nice to meet you. Tom Clementia. So nice to see you. Benedict, ready to go. So here's the way this is going to go. This is you've seen this from many game shows. I'm going to do this. They call this, you know what they call this? I just learned it today. This is a hopper. This is a hopper. Is it the superhero hopper, or the Dennis Hopper? Well, we'll go once like this, and now, because I didn't tell you how this works, because I'm going to take a ping pong ball, and on these balls are people's names, and if you have a question for one of those people, I will call on you. That's when to raise your hand. Or there may be a category that will suggest one of the people up here for which you may have a question, from which I'm then going to choose. You get the idea? Okay, watch and see if this falls, how quickly this falls apart. All right, let's see. I'm now going to keep it like this. Oh my gosh, Robert Downey Jr. Does anybody have a question for Robert Downey Jr.? No questions for Robert Downey Jr. No questions. You just have to raise your hand. It's like in school. Yes, sir. I saw your hand go up first. Yes, you, right there. The mic is coming your way. Yes, sir.
Honestly, I was just calling your bluff. I didn't know you were going to pick me. I love you, Robert Downey Jr. I love all of you guys. I'm sorry, but I guess my question would be... Thank you. My question would be...
Wait, I can't see shit. Where are you?
Stand up, right here. Right here.
All right, continue. Thank you, by the way.
Stand up. All right, shit. All right,
Wait, me first. What's better, Black Panther or Iron Man? I know the answer.
I gotta go with Black Panther.
Goddamn, me too. Can we just get that out of the way? I'm glad we got that out of the way.
All right, my question. Are you going to be in Avengers 4?
What? Kevin? Wait, hold on a second. He's nodding his head, but let me see what he whispers in my ear. Guess we already filmed it! Which means I guess you never know. I gotta see in the screening tomorrow. If I die tomorrow, I'm gonna be confused. We'll see. Did that answer your question? Not really? Okay, good.
Excellent question, excellent answer. All right. Joshua Berlin. Okay, I'm doing it blind, I'm not looking. This says, this says this is a category, so you can ask anybody a question who is from Wakanda.
Yeah.
From Wakanda. Yeah, I see a couple of fans. I must go with the first one. So this lovely lady here in the second row. Please give her the microphone.
Thank you. My name is Maggie. I'm from Disney Geek. I'm also a high school math teacher in Los Angeles. And my question is for Letitia. Hello. So I use a lot of Marvel content in my lessons to keep my students engaged. And I was wondering how you see your role as a really powerful and fun woman on screen in math and science as inspiring kids and teens to pursue STEM fields.
Wow, I think you kind of covered it. It's something that's super new to me, to play this character and to have a character who's just interested in all of these amazing subject matters. I wish I had a Shuri on TV or in the movies that I could see when I was growing up, and I would have stayed in my maths classes a little bit longer. But I'm really happy that the film and this character, Shuri, has allowed young kids to feel like learning is cool, and that they can contribute to the world with, science and maths and technology and engineering, and also young women as well, getting pulled into that whole movement of feeling like it's not just a thing for the guys, it's also for the young women, young women, old women, anyone to just get into and contribute positively. So to have that and for you to use it in your classroom and for many other people to use it too, I'm super grateful, and I just hope it continues. And yeah, it's positive and it's good and it's a good thing. So thank you. God bless you.
Very beautiful question. Very beautiful answer. Don Cheadle. Your hand went up. I'm throwing you this. Money. Here, you can keep this. You had your hand up right here.
Hi, Mark Hughes with Forbes, and I'm wondering on, in terms of each character's arc being served in Infinity War, your character obviously had a somewhat of a tragic arc the last time we saw it in Civil War. Can you talk about...
Thanks, Vision.
Can you talk about a little bit about preparing for Infinity War and carrying over that? It's something that, you know, all the characters have tragedies and things in their life, but your character's dealing with something very immediate to have to overcome on top of everything else that's being faced here.
Well, what I think is really great about the having something like this in a way to anchor a lot of the other things that are happening in the story and getting to continue it forward through both of the films is that, you know, we always get to have these sort of down notes in a good way. I think there's always a lot of eye candy and very dramatic things happening and big spectacular fights and really amazing things that we see on screen. And then it comes down to these characters in their interpersonal situations with one another and their personal journeys that they have. And where it comes to Rhodey, I'm glad that this is something that's carried through and that is, you know, wasn't just dropped. It's a line that is actually goes through both of the films and comes into play in a very important way. I won't give it away, but it's something that factors in all the way through. So it's nice to have something that's cohesive and continues and keeps me grounded and keeps the character grounded.
Hey, so you can ask a question. If you have a question for somebody who wears a cape, wears a cape, wears a cape, wears a... You, I see you waving your hand. You've got somewhat of a cape on yourself. An affair. I'm throwing you this ball. There you are.
Hello, I'm Sarah Woloski from Skywalking Through Neverland, and I have a question for Chris Hemsworth, because I'm a big Thor fan. And what I wanted to know was what scene, now I know we haven't seen the movie yet, so you might have to dance around this, but what scene did you find most challenging to film for this movie, and why? Was it because of the people in it? Was it because of the director? Was it, you know, just anything like that?
Oh, you just went in the ditch. It's all very difficult because of the directors and the people in it, this whole film. It's an awful experience. So, myself, Jeff, and Tom are going back to our own movies from now on. The most difficult, the first day was what you've seen on the trailers. It was Thor meeting the Guardians, and it felt like kind of first day at school for me, you know, because they all knew each other, and I didn't, so I was a new kid, and they'd all been shooting, and I hadn't. And it's a weird sort of nervous butterflies floating around my body. And, but it was, but I squeezed them out of me, you know. Chris Pratt gave me a big hug, and all the butterflies flew to my ears, and we had fun.
Did you have honey on you? Is that where they're floating around your body?
I didn't hear something anyway. I've been in hospital, I'm still tripping. That was a fun scene. That was great to, you know, to kind of have a whole new dynamic and set of people to move around with and interact with. And that was, this whole film for me was, I felt like a fan and meeting a lot of these people and the characters that I'd watched on screen and admired, and so to be on screen with them as Thor, but as Chris also, was pretty damn exciting.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
Kevin Feige. Oh. Way back there. Way back there. That's it. Thank you, baby.
Hi, I'm Rob Hawks. I'm with Action Figure Junkies. I'm an old school comics fan, and I'm a little overwhelmed just seeing all of you here together. It's kind of mind-blowing. It's very hard to wrap our heads around the totality of what's happening, but you've always kept the spirit of the comics and the spirit of you know, the Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, Marvel Comics, and I'm wondering if you might share some insight as to what if there's anything you use to sort of ground these movies in their origins beyond just the characters and the stories, anything visually, anything thematically that you've used to sort of pull all this together.
Well, you will not be surprised to hear it's the comics. It's the comics that we look at usually when there is just the notion of let's do an Iron Man movie or let's have the audacity to try to do a version of the Infinity Gauntlet. It starts with those comics and us beginning to rip pages out or rip copies of pages out, put them on the walls and start to be inspired. And in every single movie we've made, up to and especially Infinity War, there are direct images, storylines, rarely but sometimes actual lines of dialogue that come from those pages that we've put up around our development room for inspiration. And with Infinity War in particular, when there were so many characters and so many threads of storylines from so many movies that we could have pulled from or could have used as inspiration, and we did, we kept going back to, and I think we've released some behind-the-scene videos and things, and you can see the giant omnibus of the Infinity Gauntlet there with all sorts of dog-eared pages and Post-its in there from moments. And after everybody sees the movie, we can talk more specifically about what those moments were. Most of them were surrounding Mr. Brolin's Thanos portrayal that came directly from Jim Starlin's work there. So it is always a guide point. It's a North Star for us as we lead these giant productions into reality, right from those books and where it all started. Take any more ping pong balls with my name on out of there. Please, there are a lot of stars here, Jeff. A lot of movie stars.
What are you saying? Then what? Then what? I'm doing this blind. Believe me, I'm not doing anything here. Ready? This is, oh my golly. Hey, so interesting. So you're to ask a question or volunteer to be considered for being called on for a question. If you are green, well, I think maybe they mean if somebody here is green, or if you are green. All it says here is if you're green. If you are green. So if you are green, you are green, you're not. But you'd like to ask somebody who is green. In the sense green, not a newbie.
Hi, I'm Juan Fernandez from Entertainment Affair, and this is for Zoe Saldaña.
Oh, I hear Latino accent. Where are you?
Aquí. Because this from what we heard, the story is told from Thanos' point of view, part of it, and obviously I wanted to know how that dimension sort of pushed your portrayal of Gamora forward, because obviously it's a sort of very emotional and psychological journey for her, so if you could talk about that.
Well, echoing what Dawn was saying, that besides, these kinds of movies carrying so much action and entertainment and visual effects that really cater to all of our senses, we wouldn't be what we are, I think, in the Marvel Universe if it wasn't for those emotional beats that all of these interrelationships carry, and that obviously in this that thread involves a relationship between parent and child. And I will speak on behalf of also Karen Gillan's character, Nebula. We had so much fun with the arc that the Russo brothers and obviously Kevin Feige, spearheading this, with the relationship that these daughters have with their father, because they finally get an opportunity to sort of address what it was like to have a dad that's so complicated. So it was fantastic. It was great.
Wow, very good, very good. Here, Paul Benton. Take this ball, pass that around the class. Let's see what actually. All right, I'm picking another one. I didn't see it. Oh my gosh! So nobody foresaw this. I think this may be. Well, I don't know. This is Zoe Saldana. Zoe. So I don't know. Do we want another question for Zoe, or maybe we want to spread the Inquisition around? Let's see. Yeah. What? Not necessarily. No. You want to? Does somebody else have a question for Zoe? I don't know.
Can I give my turn away? I'll be like Kevin Feige.
You'd like to give your turn away?
No. Anybody have a question?
Anybody have a question for Zoe? Yes, yes, you do? Yes, please. Yes, pour forth, pour forth.
Hi, I'm Lynette Tichelle with blackfilm.com, and obviously my question is for the gorgeous Zoe. Zoe, my question is, we got to see you first, and then you get to see everybody as Black Panther has happened, people of color joining in these superhero roles, and you were just so trend-setting and so ground-setting for me to see somebody like you on screen. And so when I saw the Black Panther universe added in, I was overwhelmed. How do you feel knowing that we, as people of color, are receiving more and more representation in this Marvel universe?
I'm happy. I'm super, super happy to be an American right now, to be in the entertainment industry, to be considered a public figure, and to also be given the opportunities by leaders such as our studio heads when they take on the task of broadening the narrative for our stories. It's plain and simple. I think that as actors, regardless of our race and our gender, we just want to be given an equal opportunity to be able to be chameleons and continue growing and connect with our audiences. So when directors and writers and producers understand that change needs to come from within, and as public figures, we have the responsibility to take the lead in broadening that narrative, it just makes someone like me, who would be nothing but a positive recipient, super happy, because I know what that means for our future generations. I have 3 sons, and nothing is making me happier. I keep saying happy, but it's true, to know that they are going to inherit an influx of storytelling through media that represents them and makes them feel seen and heard, and that their lives and their heritage matters, but only through their merits.
Yeah.
So that I'm just really happy about that.
Thank you.
Whoa. 3 sons, you have three sons. 3 sons? You have 3 sons? Wow.
3 boys, no more kids. No more kids.
I don't know how you do it. We have I have 2, a 2.5-year-old and a 1-year-old. I don't know how you do it. Scarlett Johansson. Yes, I see that man right there. Yes.
Hello, my name is Joshua from TH, and I have, on behalf of the Chinese fans in Marvels, I would like to ask one question. So, we're quite interested to know what would be the fashion elements Avengers Infinity War uses in the movies.
What?
The fashion elements?
The fashion element?
Yes. For the
I got the fashion question? The fashion elements you see here. I honestly really don't know how to answer that question. Fashion elements. I wear a leather unitard for most of this film, and I have been for the last 10 years. So if you think of any fashion elements that you would like to include, please let us know. I have a new vest, everyone, so that was pretty exciting. Yes. And I have a new hairstyle as well, if you haven't noticed already. It's a little bit polarizing, I can see, it's fine. It was a choice I made, and I'm sticking by it. So, there you go.
Speaking of which, how did Chris Hemsworth and Tom Hiddleston and I all come in a light blue suit? How did that happen? All right, let me see. Hey, this ball is empty. This ball is blank. This is like in Scrabble when you now can use it for anything. All right, here we go. Let's see. Anthony Mackie. Yes. So let me see. Everyone has a question. Yes, the lady in the fashion statement there with the black and white.
Hi, my name's Tiffany with Attractions Magazine, and I just want to know, with such a star-studded cast, Do you find it like difficult or any obstacles, or is it super special to kind of develop your character a little bit more when you're struggling for screen time and all these amazing stories getting told? Like, what was any special difficulties, or was it just all amazing and awesome?
Are you asking Anthony Mackie if he has a hard time getting attention? I just want to clarify that that's what you're asking. I'm going to put this down.
Touche. Well, Tiffany, a wise man once said that some men need an hour to make their presence felt. Some men need 30 seconds. Very Anthony Mackie. Let's see. All right, you, Jeff. Oh, baby. Yeah. Hey, look at this. You're my witness. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Tom Holland. Oh, yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Tom, everyone has a question, a telepathic question. Yes, you. Yes.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is pretty incredible. Tom, obviously you have a new suit in this, the Iron Spider, they're calling it. Just want to know what can you tell us about it? What was it like looking around in it?
I'm actually under strict instructions to keep my mouth shut. Because no, I didn't actually get to wear the Iron Spider suit because it's too amazing to exist in real life. So I joined the wonderful Mark Ruffalo in the man-cancelling costume and stood amongst these gods wearing pajamas. So it wasn't quite as heroic as I liked, and I haven't seen the film yet, so I can't tell you what it does in real life. But no, I can tell you it would be amazing, and yeah, I'm excited to see it.
Benedict Cumberbatch. Yes, in the vest. The man in the short sleeve, the Norton outfit. Yes.
Hi, Mr. Cumberbatch. You have said in a few interviews that you have read the script, but the Russo brothers also said that no actor has read the real final script. So I just want to get to the bottom of that. Thank you so much.
I read a script. Whether I read the script is for them to know. And me to find out when I see the movie tomorrow. But whatever script you read, it's never the film, is it? So it always changes, and these guys plus it every day, sometimes after the day, sometimes we'll be probably replussing this in December, even after the film is out. They never stop at this wheelhouse. It's a busy place to work, and so whatever I read is not necessarily what you're going to see. So I could tell you stuff about it, but it wouldn't make any difference.
Let's see. This says, I knew it. I don't know how I knew it. Chadwick Boseman. I knew it. Yes, sir.
Hi, Chadwick. I know we have to wait a long time for Black Panther 2, but how much of Avengers Infinity War is at least Black Panther 1.5?
Avengers Infinity War is Avengers Infinity War. It's not Black Panther 1.5 or Black Panther 2 or anything like that. I think we have a strong presence within the movie, and it was great to have some of these people, not gonna say who exactly, in Wakanda. But it is its own movie, and it was great to go from what we did and with Black Panther and bring some of that into Avengers. It was a relief, actually, but it's its own thing.
I hope it. Well, it's Pom Clementieff. Where?
must have a question. Someone.
Well, you already had a question. Wait a minute. Well, you can't hog the... Yes. That lady over there in the corner. Go.
Hi, so I'm...
Fashion question, no?
No.
Okay, cool, thanks.
What are you wearing? No, so with your character from When We Lost See Her, she joins the Guardians. Is there any growth that your character goes through, especially since dealing with the sarcastic characters? And also Drax, you know, you guys have a funny dynamic together. So does she get a little tougher because she has to deal with them on a daily basis now?
Maybe a little bit, but she still has this kind of like childlike kind of like way of thinking, and she asks a lot of questions, and I think it brings some comedy, and sometimes, you know, these movies need some, you know, some fun. I mean, they're really fun too, but, you know, it needs a little bit of, you know, innocence. And yeah, so I think she's gonna evolve a little bit more maybe in the next one, but this one I think she's still, you know, kind of the same. A little bit weird, you know? So that's it.
Perfect. Let's see. This says, wow. This is funny. They didn't tell me this could be here. It says wild card, parenthesis, moderator's choice. Oh my gosh. Well, I want everybody, I'll do it quickly because I want to hear from everybody personally. Let me see. I'm very interested in Thanos. Who has a question for Thanos? Oh boy, I knew it. See, my interest is shared. Yes.
My buddy Jeff.
Basically, I want to know, from the trailer, it looks like, you know, you're fighting everybody, but you look like you may be impressed with a few people. Can you tell me who Thanos is most impressed with that he meets?
I looked in the trailer like I was impressed by other people.
Yeah. One in particular.
Then obviously I didn't do my job. Being a person of the color purple and being naked on the set the whole time I was doing this in order to create a vibe of fear, I really thought that I scared everybody, but apparently not. Was there somebody I was impressed by? Oh, Anthony Mackie. Strangely enough, it only took 25 seconds for me to be incredible. Everybody has their weakness, and Anthony Mackie is Thanos' weakness. Who was also naked on set, by the way. Thank you so much for your question, by the way. Thank you.
That was good. This says, Paul Bettany.